What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Welcome in. Welcome in. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. How y'all doing today? How y'all doing today? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate it. Mm-mm. No, I'll put them right here. There we go. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Hey, appreciate you so much for sharing the show. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Now, I did say we was gonna do sketch cards, but I was in luck at a Comic Con yesterday to get more blanks, so we're gonna be kind of doing like a blank situation here. And I do got some 9x12s sketches too in the shop. If you want to check that out, I just went and dropped some new stuff. So if you want to check that out, appreciate y'all. I have some stuff pinned up as well. So mhm. I'm trying to find where my thing is at. I think I just put them all in here. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, I put some of them in here. Yeah, I put some blacks in here. Yeah. Mhm. All right. Hey, appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and get that packaged up for you. Appreciate that. My bad. I was so zoned in. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Let's go ahead and pin up the next item. Big shout out to Comics Collection for that. Like I said, I do got some more prints that will be coming. I'm about to show y'all in a minute though, so we're just gonna let a lot of people come in first. So yeah, we're just gonna wait a couple little minutes. And I appreciate it, because that is actually my first time drawing Chucky. First time drawing Chucky in my style for sure. So that was good. Appreciate that. You literally like legit do got one like a one of a kind. Because I was like, I didn't know how I was gonna do Chucky, but I did them. Especially traditional. Usually, if I try something new, I try to do digital. I'll do digital first, and then attempt it. But I was like, you know what? Nah, I got to. You say you like to? Yeah, man. It's just a big shout out for Scotty because his chibi style is what kind of applied to me finding mine. But I got rusty, so I've been needing to practice on it. But so crazy. I do got a commission that someone wanted a chibi style of their characters. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. So right now I'm gonna thicken the outlines for this for sure. Oh, you did too, yo. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Let me go ahead and put all your stuff together as well. And put that over there. Yeah, so I like to. That's what I like to do traditionally. For those who are new, I like to do sketch cards, blanks, and I use an 8x12 paper. For my traditional. Really works. It's really good. Because I was like, 8x11s is the tradition, but it's a nice size. I was just kind of like skeptical, like do will the sleeves fit? You know what I'm saying, or would it be struggling? But it actually works really well. But I appreciate you so much. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, try to. Thank you, thank you. I've been, like I said, I'm trying to do it full time. Do definitely make my comic books. I will be showing those sooner or later. Right now, I'm just waiting on the demo to get printed, but because it's the Memorial weekend, so they probably ain't gonna work on it until maybe Wednesday or so. Might not get it till next week, but hopefully soon because it's only a digital. So I'm really excited for that. Really excited for it. Tell my comic book and stories in the game because like I said, I'm working on a lot of quite few stories for well, my name is Pick'em Comics as well. I go by that name as well for my books and stuff. But we finally about to get our first official comic book out for the brand, and I'm actually working on another one as we speak. Appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, it's 3 years it took for that comic book to get. It's called Earthly Ton of Heroes, Gaia. Um, it's like the bread and butter of all the stories I'm creating right now, and for 3 years, it's now officially done because at that time my style was still developing, it still needed some areas that need improving, but eventually it just flourished out one day and started doing art pieces, and I was like, oh heck yeah, let's start on that book. But I did have a plan or a map of it when I first tried doing it a couple of times. But this third attempt was the final attempt, and it came out great, very beautiful. So I can't wait for people to read that when we start to do like a couple of copies. I hope everybody's doing all right though. Appreciate y'all for joining in once again. Like I said, we just started the live, so you didn't miss out much. Make sure to check out the store if you don't want to check out the store. I'd also do traditional commissions, mostly in sketch cards though. If you want blanks, let me know in the DMs, and then we'll try to talk and see if my comic shop or I order some specific blanks. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. What's your IG? It's JR Arts 94. Separate the JR and from the Arts 94. But if you need assistance on how to write it, it's in my bio or whatnot. Into the bio. Yeah, I suck with hands, but it's one of the things I may draw what I draw, but I do suck at hands though. I was one of the ones that at the time I was focusing on trying to get my style than anatomy. So it's kind of like the reverse, where people would already study that, then they would work on the style. But I say each way is, it's just for it depends on what your time is and how much you can put into your art. But I kind of did the reverse. I did the style first, then then and then anatomy and poses and stuff like that. So hands, I try my best. You know what I'm saying? I try my best. I try my bestest. You said found it on I follow. Yo, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Now, are you an artist as well, or you just collect art or anything that is what is what you like? Mm-hmm. There it is. Oh, okay, got you. There's nothing wrong with that. Hopefully, you'll be able to get back into the groove of drawing seriously. If not, it's cool. Glad that you still took it up. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, nice. I never heard of that place. Is it the same like whatnot or more like what's the Deviant or Art Station? That was finished. That was not finished at the one spot. So here's art auction site for mostly con. Oh, you put me on. I need more grayscale colors. Oh, cool. I definitely gotta check that when I get the chance. But it'll probably be a while because I still want to get. I'm still not consistent on whatnot, and I don't want to push myself too much. I already pushed myself already too much when it comes to the art, so I just want to take certain steps and commission so far. I got one digital commission, but I'm taking a pause on that and focus on more traditional. And like I said, I do a 730 when it comes to my art and traditional. Like I said, I like to do 70% more digital and then traditional. I do 30%, and that 30% is doing blanks and sketch cards and those and the one that's like I said, the straight out the fresh, drawn sketches. Mostly I do like line work and grayscaling for those. I don't really color my like 8x11s and well this side the size that you bought the Sandra one, like I said, it was like 9x12. Um but yeah, that I do grayscale and stuff like that. I like the inking and how the grays work on that paper. So it's really dope. Oh, like eBay. Okay. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Tomorrow I'm about to see the Mandalorian Grogu. I ain't doing nothing on Memorial Day, so I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead. To be honest, I would mail your stuff off ASAP, but I know they're good. I know they're closed. The mail, my primary which called closed, and I think they already closed on the weekend anyway. But especially Memorial Day, I was like, dang, because I know they ain't gonna probably open up till like Wednesday. Like everything ain't gonna open up till Wednesday. I'll be like, damn. Just gotta be a little more patient for myself. You said a piece from our Art German sketch cover with for yeah. But that's due to the credibility and just respecting the game. Like I said, I would love to get to that level. I want my art to always to be that style to where people can just be like, that shit I gotta get. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not looking for fame and money. And I mean, money's always nice because it runs everything. But I would never shoot it. But it's not my thing and reason to love what I do. And so I would love my pieces to go at that level, because it shows that people really respect what I do, myself, my art. Like it just comes a lot with it when just I sold this big piece, man. It just comes with a lot of what you build for yourself in the community, and it's amazing to see. I could be humble and congratulate people who's at that level, and I'd be like, hold up, I'm gonna be there too. I'm gonna be there too. Shoot. But I like telling stories. I never knew myself as a storyteller, a guy that made multiple of comics. Now, like I said, Gaia is my first one that's gonna be dropping. But like I said, I'm already working on my other one as well. And I have like almost five more. So Earthy Ton of Heroes, remember that name. It has like four spin-offs. You know what I'm saying? And I don't. Sometimes it's good to stay gatekeeping your stuff, but I don't gatekeep as much or as hard as I should. But it's like my ideas run so wild and rapidly is that I could be working on another. I could be thinking while I'm working on those stories, I could be going to a seventh or an eighth or a ninth story or a 10th. I told people, I said, listen, it may be too big for my britches, but I want to be like a Stephen King to my books. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, I like that idea. I think everybody should have that idea. But if anybody has like one story to tell, it's cool. It's cool to have one story to tell. But I like to be that Stephen King to my stories. I think it's amazing. You said but now there's a non-published artist sell over 1K regularly. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I got to look into that for sure. I appreciate you for hooking me up with that information. For real, for real. Because if you ain't tell me, that means I ain't got potential, and I would be like, dang. You know what I'm saying? So I really do appreciate that. Like I guess I always tell people don't give advice for no reason if you ain't got it in you. They'll be like, you don't got it in you right now. You know what I'm saying? But I really do appreciate that people do like my style, man. I'm really happy to hear that. Let's go ahead and do some light. There we go. Yeah, I was very skeptical about this piece because, like I said, I'm not really good with hands. but I still try my best though. Like I said, it's just I'm lacking practice with my stuff. But I'll be scared. It said Chibi manga is a general Japanese style. It's a big seller right now. And that's what I gotta do too. Get my information up, my knowledge up on what's hot and what's new in the what you call it, and just art itself, comic books, TV, movies. Because I'm a big movie guy. I'm a big movie buff. I didn't get into comic books and manga until like mostly like literally like less than maybe 5 years. So I didn't really get heavy into it until more recently now. So I be telling people I ain't gonna fret, I ain't gonna look at you like I know it. But I do got my favorite stuff though. But to know it all, yeah. He said it looks great to you. Yo, thank you, thank you. I didn't put this on the shop yet though, but heck yeah, I was really cool. I really like what uh, Jason Keith do. I met him in person, friends with him, and then we do got a couple of mutuals and stuff like that. I know he just released his book, and I missed his what you call it, because he was doing like a cover thing where you can draw his characters. You can choose whatever character you want to draw and make it into a cover and then send it to him, and you'll be able to get your joint on there. I was like, dang, I missed the opportunity because I didn't have his I usually have his name and the bell notification on, but I didn't see it. So I made sure to go back to my joint and make sure I click, turn it off and turn it back on, make sure. But I missed out a great opportunity right there because I do appreciate what he's doing. And I know he did the first issue, he did the coloring of the first issue of the Red Hulk. When Red Hulk first got introduced, he did it. So it was really dope. I was like, yo. So meeting him was extraordinary. Meeting him was extraordinary. And then we friends on Facebook too. So it was like really dope. But thanks to my boy Daryl Murphy, he's also a veteran in the game of comics as well as making his own joint. So that's how I went through and knew Jason Key, because I told him, he's like, do you know Jason Key? I said no. And he's like, you know, you seen up his art? He said he's the one that first created the first cover for the Red Hulk. And I said, I ain't never heard of him. He's like, man, we gonna meet him, you gonna meet him today. And so we walked to his booth, talked to him for a bit. I didn't leave much of an impression, but like eventually later on, I left an impression a little bit to where he likes my stuff and on Facebook and stuff that I push. And I do the same. So you say draw what you love and you'll be happy, but draw what people want and you'll be successful. That's what I'm saying too. I gotta draw what people want. But even though right now digitally I turned that shit off because it's just so much I'm dealing with. But traditionally and this, I'm gonna try to aim for that. Definitely aim for that. Like right now, I got so much into Star Wars. I want to do more Star Wars pieces. So if I get some Star Wars blanks, oh yeah, I'm in there. I hate that these markers get so dry so fast, man. I know they say like dip it with alcohol or something like that. It might work, but I'd rather just buy a stamp, buy me a custom stamp because I literally do have a signature stamp, but just not for actual stamp. So I might get into one. So you got a huge, yeah. I'm so huge into that right now. Like, I mean, I watched the movies before, but it was more like when it comes to movies, like I said, I'm a movie goer. So when it comes to film, I absorb some of it, but then sometimes it's like I just watched it, enjoyed it, understood a little bit about Star Wars, especially same thing like Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings. But eventually, I was like, I kind of want to get into Star because now that Maul came out, Shadow Lord, I watched that whole shit. That shit was good, and I was just like, I kind of want to get into Star Wars now, get a little bit more deep into it. You know what I'm saying? I like Star Wars: The Force Unleashed, Battlefront, obviously, shit was dope. 1 and 2. Um, A couple of Star Wars games, of course, Jedi Survivor, Fallen Order, stuff like that. I started playing the games a lot, Lego Star Wars, but I put more time into the games than I did with the movies. So when I'm rewatching them, so now I'm on the Clone Wars show, and that's how I'm going in order. I'm going like that deep. So I finished the Acolyte. That was pretty good. Even though people said it was lackluster, I was looking at for more of like lore base. So it did hit the nail on the head a little bit with some lore from back in the High Republic days. So that was really interesting to know. I finished Phantom Menace, Clone Wars, so now I'm on the show. I feel like I kind of want to skip the show a little bit, but I'll be missing out some extra details. You said the strangers were sick. See, uh, I guess I gotta get more into certain stuff, man, because it just, yeah. Oh, you said the stranger. Who, yeah, the stranger was, I think, that's what caught me off guard. I was like, the stranger, and I thought, is that his name? Because I know they called him by a name. I can't remember. I only watched it, but yeah, he was dope as shit. Him going into there, ah man, that was crazy. I had to Google his. I gotta Google it. I was like, who is he? Who is his? Who is his master? You know what I'm saying? I was like, yes, that's his name. Quadmar. I'm probably gonna butcher that shit because, like I said, I'm more of a gotta listen to the name than under, written wise. It's just how my brain works. But yeah, yeah, his performance was good. I like how he was presented. Um, Quimir. Okay, Quimir. Okay, all right, there. Okay, bad. So yeah, like Qui-Gon, yeah, Quimir. Okay, yeah. So yeah, it was really interesting seeing his character. It sucks that it wasn't able to get a season two. They canceled that joint. I think two seasons would have been good for what it was worth, for what the cliffhangers had, and at least they could be able to write a ending so it can last that whole two seasons. You know what I'm saying? Or that last second season. But yeah, Acolyte was good. Phantom Menace made me laugh some of the parts. But like, damn, I really watched this shit. But then also like they didn't do a bad job. They didn't really do a bad job for what technology was like at that time, and I was like, that's pretty good. But but I've always felt bad. The reason why I got back into it too is because I felt bad for the Jedi. But then I was like, what made it go so deep where like they got hold in the end? And then now actually watching Acolyte, I was like, yeah. So if they go further back with Star Wars, like then it's gonna make me just like, yeah. Some of the characters that y'all believe that was evil or left the Jedi Order or like basically like, Sith. But it was like, nah, like they took partake of the dark side. Some of them did the dark side, but then some of them were like in between. So it was like, yeah, sometimes it was like after watching Acolyte now, yeah, the Jedi's kind of sealed their fate a little bit, like because how much power they were building with the High Republic, and then you was about to have a whole military army operation type shit. Yeah. But I don't like how the way Palpatine did it. You know what I'm saying? Palpatine just did it like, I mean, I guess that was the only way they'll be able to do it, but like every time I see that man on screen, I just want to like, yo, if I saw you, it's on sight, like laughing in their face, giving them advice and shit like that, and all he was doing just slyly telling people, yeah, Padme's over here in this sector. I was just like, and then they always question it in the show. So like I'm still in the first season of the Clone Wars, so I'm like maybe like episode 10 or something. So it's like they're asking, how do you get this information? Ain't nobody gonna say there's a mole in his mouth though. I watched Young Justice, and then when they found out there was a mole, everybody knew that shit. Everybody was like, mole in his motherfucker right now. Like y'all, it took y'all a whole like, yeah, they just told y'all all just to be like, yeah, he betrayed us. Like Palpatine betrayed us. Like, come on, man. It took y'all like. That's what I'm saying. He pissed me off though. He said his character should be picked up and used in another show, that or a comic. I would love to see that. Unless he's not, or if he's already in a comic or novel, then cool. I definitely would like a show for him. Because if you see my IG, you'll see I got hundreds of pieces posted in a lot of Star Wars. The only person to walk through Palpatine was Mace Windu. Exactly, because when I love how now the sabers are meant for certain things, and they symbolize certain Jedi, and I like that. With Mace, of course, we already know the story about like he just wanted, Samuel L. Jackson just wanted a purple lightsaber. But I like how they put it to where it's characteristics now that certain people would have certain characteristics with the lightsaber, or the cyber crystal. The color will turn into. So it was really dope to see what the purples are meant. Like, they're very powerful, but they tap into the dark side without losing themselves to the dark side. So yeah, Palpatine was about to get his ass whooped by Mace Windu. You know what I'm saying? And Anakin, bro. Anakin is the second person that pisses me off. You know what I'm saying? I love Hayden. Don't get me wrong with that. I love the actor, but Anakin's character was cool to a certain extent. Politically, his mind was all jacked up. You know what I'm saying? Politically, his mind was just jacked up. He said his novel is sick. He practiced Shatterpoint. Ooh, I used to have one novel of Star Wars. I can't remember what it was, but I think it was the Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan novel. I'm pretty sure you might know it, but it was when he was training Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan was just a youngster type of situation, and then Qui-Gon helped him get the. I forgot what planet. I know they did it. They had it in Jedi Survivor, but I can't remember the planet's name. But that's where they got the kyber crystals at, and yeah, and it was cool to put it in that game too, to see Cal Kestis get kyber crystal to get his new lightsaber. So it was really dope too to see that. He said Mace Windu. It's called Shadowpoint. I've read all the Star Wars novels. Ooh, so okay, so you know which one I'm talking about. Then yeah, it was a long time ago though. It was like when I was a kid, not even a kid, maybe like a preteen teenager when I happened to see that novel. But I ain't finished the novel though, because like I said, I wasn't that big into Star Wars as I am like literally right now as we speak. So I definitely do. But we go ahead and finish this Hulk, man. I do appreciate that. Like, look at that, man. I just wanted to do a hand, pretty basic, nothing too strong or nothing like that. Because I did. That's why I just wanted to do. Hey, okay, this side. Yeah. Sometimes I need to buy some sleeves. That's what I need to buy, because I need to buy some for the like the Tondro you bought. I need to get sleeves there. And then, but I'm gonna just do a because I already have a backer. I already have a cardboard backing to it, so I'm just gonna give it to you in a bubble mailer. I'm just give you the covers like that. But I do want to invest in some actual what you call it. But because it's two different art pieces, we'll just do the bubble mailer. But yeah, this was really dope. This was fun, man. I had this sitting for a while. Now, when I first got into blanks, I did a magic cover and I jacked that whole thing up. I was just like, yo, I was rusty. When I say I was rusty, I was rusty and traditional. And like it's a different feel you get from digital and traditional. That's why it's still difficult to learn both at the same time. It's just like you either got to take up one or the other, or give it a certain dosage of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you can do the 70-30, 70% digital or 70% traditional. And that 30% you can do digital or traditional, depending on how you want to do it. But yeah, that was a tough one. But now that I finished the Hulk, the Red Hulk, I'll go ahead and show you all the other prints that I got. Oh yeah, and also I did this Maleficent. She's my favorite Disney villain, so I definitely had to do this here. I did it at the Comic-Con. There was a person that was actually selling blanks. She had the person who told me about her was her dad, because he was there too, and I know her dad, and seen it at our local Comic-Con, right? And so I was just like, because this was in Lumberton, North Carolina, the Comic-Con that I was at yesterday, and yeah, I was just looking for blanks, to be honest, guys. I was just looking for blanks, and actually, no. I told her father, I was like, you looking for, you have any blanks? And he said, no, I don't have any blanks. But my daughter got some. I was like, yeah, she just found like somebody was giving away those things for free, and she just had like boxes of them blanks. I said, what? I said, yo, she hit the treasure of all treasures. Son. Like all them blank covers. I was like, shoot. So I had to put her on Whatnot. Follow her on Instagram, share her work, because like I said, she's 20, she's 22, 23, I believe she said she was young and everything like that. And then she's already doing like covers and stuff like that. Once her style gets there and she practices with her dad, I mean, she'll be killing in the game. So um, her energy was like a Zendaya energy, like from like Rue off of Euphoria. So it was pretty kind of chill to like, okay, you kind of got that all right, kind of like that Zendaya Rue kind of like, personality thing there. But I told her what she's gonna sell them. She wasn't sure, but I told her, I was looking through them and I said they had a. She forgot to take the price tags on, so I said, "You selling them for like $5?" She was like, "No, but I can though." I said, "All right, bet." So did like 35, gave her $35 worth of these for the blanks. Um, I saw that I had an extra $5 in my pocket, bought another one, and she just gave me a couple for free. But I went ahead and did, the Maleficent was the one that was added to it. Definitely did it exactly right on the spot. Love it. I just need new markers, a more accessory color of markers because I love how I did this, but I just don't like this is not the right skin tone for her. It was just maybe like maybe a little bit cooler, like in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Hers is a little bit more warmer, but it was still a good piece. People did love it anyway because hey, shit went hard. Right? Did a Rocky and Bullwinkle. I know some of y'all might not know, but I do like doing nostalgia art pieces in my style. So I know I did the Rocky and Bullwinkle sketch cards that some of y'all might have seen. But someone already bought them at the Comic Con, so then they definitely did love Natasha and Boris. So they were like, gotta grab them. And then I didn't have no cash on me. I had no change on me, so usually I do 5 prints for 75. I usually sell them like that. Comic Cons, I probably sell them for maybe a little bit cheaper. But for like sketch cards, I mostly set them at that same fixed price just as much as whatnot. Um, but Simon I just didn't have, so he had a great deal. So he gave me 40. I just told him you can get all 5 just for the 40 because I had change. So he got a good steal out of that joint. But I did snag the Rocky and Bullwinkle, of course. King Spawn, you feel me? I got King Spawn blank. I got the Gwenpool blank. She had a Spider Gwen, but the way I didn't want to open it up, you know what I'm saying, just because if I didn't like it or not. But I love Spider Gwen. She's like her design is really fucking crazy. I know some people see me do her digitally. I just like Spider Gwen, but I should have taken that shit. But I did Gwenpool instead. Guardian the Galaxy, one of my best favorite Galaxy game duos, and but mostly my favorite duos is Rocket and Groot. So pretty much Rocket and Groot's gonna go on this motherfucker, unless somebody want to commission them shits. Harley Quinn, I don't do too much DC fan art. When I do, I try my best at it, but I've done a pretty good amount of Harley Quinn pieces. I did more actually out of all DC characters. I did more Harley Quinn than ever. So, so I did pick up a Harley Quinn blank cover right there. And of course, you can't forget the Amazing Spider-Man. This shit is heavy as shit. Um, I don't know what to put on here. I don't know which Spider-Man, but I'm gonna try my best. All right, I'm gonna do what I do. I might draw some of this stuff digitally, rough sketch it out, print it out, and then just put a light board underneath the first cover, and then of course do it that way. So I'm gonna see how that goes with most of this stuff. And of course, I had to do a Deadpool cover, Deadpool blank, because I already did Deadpool Secret War, so might as well do just a regular. There's that one, and of course, I like Daredevil. Daredevil's my favorite. I don't know. I can't even sugarcoat this. But Daredevil is my number one top favorite Marvel character. Second is always going to be Punisher, Frank Castle. No matter what version, I like Cosmic Ghost Rider version of him, and then I like his regular version of him. But Daredevil is my top. So I happen to luck out with a Daredevil kind of blank thing here. Um, who knows? I don't know if I might do like a kind of a sequential thing because of just how it has its borderline and stuff like that, and bleed and stuff like that. So it's mostly fit for like digital. I believe this is. So I might just do it just a regular like pencil and sketch and then ink it or whatever like that. Do like a nice headshot, just because how this is kind of more fit for digital. Um, but yeah, it was really good to just have this as a steal anyway. But um, I'm gonna start. Like I said, I'm gonna start. I love doing cover art mostly when it comes down to this stuff. I've done a lot of Invincible. I do like to submit my stuff to them because I did a Conquest Thrag, uh, Adam Eve, and I did a who else? Alan the Alien. I just gotta do Omni Man, Invincible. I do want to do Battle Beast, but Battle Beast is so difficult for me right now. Like I just want a certain design for them. I just can't nail it right now. Um, but yeah, it's phenomenal though. It's phenomenal. But I don't know how long I've been on live. I wasn't gonna be on live for too long, man. I did appreciate everybody coming in because I was just already on live not too long ago today on TikTok, finishing one of my characters, Lilith, drawing her as a Star Wars character. If you do follow my JR Arts 94 in my bio, it has my Pick'em Comics page attached to it. So if you want to see my characters and the news about my comic book or my characters' design styles, all that other jazz, you can follow Pick'em Comics because that is me as well. But like I said, you're gonna see some more stuff and some more goodies, guys. I really do appreciate it. All this stuff is in the store. For those for what that didn't sell, it's still in the store. Some sketch cards is in there if you have anything that you like. I usually have like a spin the wheel thing. So that's why some of these because I like to randomize different characters. So I have this spin the wheel that has 3 different categories as cartoons, anime, and comics. So for the comics, I only have Marvel characters all in this like spin the wheel thing. So whatever it lands on the character's name. So this is all mostly by random when I draw characters. It's mostly just by how the spin the wheel lands on a show or a character. So that's how I do it. I randomize that shit. So usually, but I usually like to take in requests too if people wants to. Hey, if you don't want to buy it, I at least still want requests of like, hey, I want to see a like say for instance Star Wars. I like General Grievous. That's one of my favorite villains in the show. For the franchise, and usually sometimes I'll be like, someone be like, hey, I just want to, if I ask for a request, somebody's just gonna be like, hey, draw, Darth Vader or General Reese. I'm like, shit, bet, let's try it, So so don't worry, you don't gotta pay for it to ask for requests. You know what I'm saying? I like to just do it to add characters I never drawn before, or just draw again in different ways. So I really do appreciate it. But I probably was only on here for like maybe an hour, yeah, about like an hour, maybe 50 minutes. Um, but I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to be on here too long. But I will make another live this week. So probably, but like I said, just keep in check. I don't want to just blatantly just give you all a day. I'm gonna think about how it'll be. Saying at least for Monday, because tomorrow's a Memorial Day, so at least for Monday, I'll see what after that. But I'm pretty sure the weekend I might do a live, but just keep in check with it. Like I said, okay, it was a pleasure, and we'll definitely be checking you out. Yo, thank you so much, and John, thank you so much as well for joining. If you haven't left yet, and appreciate your comments, guys. Really do appreciate it. Try to be full time with it, make money from it, and then help fund my books and stuff like that. So uh, I'm going to be the guys that want to live the dream, and work hard for it too, So y'all coming in buying my stuff, it really does help. I am live on YouTube as well as Facebook right now. So for y'all guys, I really do appreciate it. Now I can't see y'all comments when I'm on Whatnot. So it's just to link y'all to Whatnot so y'all can, comment or look at the store. But make sure to download the app. It is still useful for daily uses if you want to collect or buy certain things that's exclusive or just not in stores as much. So check Whatnot out. But other than that, everybody else, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.